You're listening to For Better and Worse with Jess and Rach.
Hello?
Yeah, that's better now.
Okay. Third time's a charm. Welcome to our podcast, everyone.
Josh, welcome to our living room. We're trying this for the third time.
You want me to do the joke I did on the first one?
Yes, redo.
I'll be here 7 nights a week.
Very good, because he pays the mortgage on the house,
That is
baby. Proud of you for that also.
Thank you.
I don't say it enough.
Thank you. Cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash. You've done well for yourself, young man.
Thank you. Yeah. Likewise.
And
You've been a pretty successful business for a while, so.
We're trying. We're doing our best. Yeah, thank you for coming on last minute. I know that's your favorite thing to do is make last minute plans with your wife, especially come on the pod.
Any last minute plans I hate.
Yeah, I know.
And you just put some last minute plans on me on Saturday.
I did.
You did. So we're obviously having a baby, in case I'm sure everybody knows, right?
Yeah, they know. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. And Rachel set up a wonderful early 30th surprise birthday party for me.
I did.
And we got a nice little hotel with some of the boys. Had a BNO.
BNO, baby.
Boys night out. And tore up Cleveland. The city of Cleveland will never be the same.
And Matt's bank account had never looked better.
Yeah, truly.
Josh's friend came away with $1,500 in winnings.
Yeah.
From the casino.
The young man's on a hot streak like never seen before.
I know.
He also got promoted today. So.
Wow. So he could be flying too close to the sun.
He could be, yeah. We don't want his head to get too hot or too big.
Yeah. It's already pretty big.
Yeah, no shit.
Big head boy to big head boy?
Yeah.
You guys got him. Got the noggins.
Well, big head girl, too.
We do have a big headed girl, and we're not worried about it. The other day at the ultrasound, I might have told this story when I was talking to Meredith. Who knows? If you hear the same story twice, so what? Okay, can't take it on.
Take it up with the chief of police.
But the ultrasound lady, she was doing the ultrasound, and I saw that she was measuring Elsie's head, and I was like, that is a very round head, like just a perfect circle. And she looks over at Josh, and she's like, that's a pretty round head.
It was very mean.
I'm like, whoa.
I didn't expect to get shit on at the ultrasound. But...
You've never been at your best at our ultrasounds.
Oh, those people probably think like, what the hell is this guy doing?
They
What's
think
his
you're
problem?
a schlub.
Yeah.
What was your issue this week? Or listen, you were having your health anxieties.
Yeah, I had blood work done, and anybody who has this, I feel for you. Whenever you get blood work done and you're just waiting for the test results, it's the worst.
Well, you have clinical anxiety, but specifically around your health.
Yeah.
Your health, not other people's health.
Which I've never really taken seriously, but I also have anxiety about it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Great. Yeah, I think you popped on the last episode with Meredith to say you're battling.
I was battling. I was in the middle of a mental war with myself.
And do you care to share what your diagnoses?
Yeah, it's not a huge... I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not a huge deal. I have what's called fatty liver disease, which is a precursor for a lot of other diseases. But if you catch it early enough and can get a grip on it early enough with just good diet and exercise, it's usually you're able to...
heal yourself.
Come out clean on the other side and heal yourself.
Yeah, but so he had his gallbladder checked out. And during the ultrasound, they're like, oh, we're going to check out your kidneys and your liver. And Josh was like, please don't.
I didn't want them to look at anything else.
He's like, we're already too close
to
death, probably.
Yeah.
And they did. And then they found that he had a fatty liver. And then they order more tests.
Immediately.
Of course they do.
In a panic. They were panicked. They said, sir, you're dying. We need to do this blood work now.
No.
So I ran to the hospital and did the blood work immediately. Keep
in mind, Josh sees Dr. Rapinski. We've already talked about it. And he already ordered the run-of-the-mill blood work. So Josh has already done blood work. He's already been cleared for diabetes. He's already been cleared for a lot of stuff. And Josh is like, they're checking for cancer.
And yes, I haven't even looked at my test results or any of the blood work results. and I fully believe that they were looking for cancer, and they thought I had cancer. So,
Right, but Josh, what do you think cancer is?
it's a deadly disease. It's a horrible disease.
But how does it normally come to pass? Tumors.
Tumors, yes, correct.
Right.
Which I had none of.
Right. And you knew through the ultrasound.
I still was in my right to panic.
Guys, this is the one thing. If you're asking, Rachel, Josh, aren't you just perfect? Do you have any problems? I cannot.
We got problems.
I really struggle with this specifically.
This past couple weeks was major Houston. We got a problem. And I was literally battling.
Yeah.
But I missed a call from my doctor's office, and they said, please call us back immediately. We need to discuss your test results as soon as possible. Again, the urgency freaking me out. Had a full panic attack.
You're new to doctors.
Yeah,
though,
didn't say a word to Rachel. Got right in the shower, took an ice cold shower.
Oh yeah, he'll never say a word to me.
Got myself pumped up, opened up my chart, and lo and behold, all of my results were fine.
Right. And what do I hear from my
just a guttural animal male noises in the bathroom?
Guttural. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's scaring the dogs,
I was
the
like,
cats, my wife.
Did we get the Mega Million?
We didn't hit the Mega Millions, but I did. I imagine that's what it feels like to hit the Mega Millions. It was euphoric.
You were literally holding that much it's just something I can't comprehend or understand.
It was such a release, and only people who go through and have that mental illness will understand. So
I could never give you an orgasm that good, and that's all I know.
Oh, you've been close, girl.
Well, thanks, babe. Thank you. And thank you for coming on and subbing for Jess. I just wanted to kind of update everyone. Jess and I have kind of been talking about what's going on. And although, I'm not in a place where I could ever, let you guys know, and Jess isn't in a place where she can let you guys know, because this isn't just her life. This is the life of her entire family. And just things really suck right now. And it's really, really hard. It's a really hard thing. It's the hardest thing most people have to walk through in their life. And it's hard as her friend to see her in pain. And I just want to let you guys know before Josh and I kick things off that we're going to do our best to be consistent. We started this year really wanting that. And then this year kind of ramped up everything that she's been going through even more. So keep her in your thoughts, your prayers, if that's your thing. And we will just continue to do our best. What kind of road race is going on outside?
We love you, Jess.
Yeah, we love you, Jess. There's road racing going on. Street racing. Tokyo Drift style. On the streets of Ellet.
Lucky there aren't gunshots.
Yeah, maybe not yet. Maybe we'll get... Hey,
the night is young.
The weather's bad today, so people might get antsy. But yeah, once I go on maternity leave, which I'm just going to keep recording until I can't, and Jess will come on when she can, and then we will just see how things go. And we'll update you as we can, and that's pretty much all I can give you. And I know you didn't come here for the consistency, but we've been really wanting to give it to you. We've been hoping. But Josh, this is a good opportunity for us to talk about something that I was going to bring up to Jess, but we had our baby CPR class on Saturday.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Me, you, and Cher. Yeah, it was. It was long, but it's good. It was good information.
Yes, it was good information, but very repetitive.
As we're walking into baby CPR class, I see a familiar back of a head. It's a back of a head you never forget, one of your past teachers. You just know. And
there's an energy that's palpable in a room when you're in the presence of a teacher that you know.
Yes, there is.
You can cut it it's tension-esque. You can cut it with a knife.
And I've always been pretty comfortable with that because my mom's a teacher.
Yeah.
And my dad was a teacher.
Yes.
And my sister is currently a teacher. So it's I'm aware that teachers have lives. That's never been weird to me. So I like to think I play it cool. But I'm
definitely try.
I'm still painfully awkward.
Yeah.
And painfully Neurodivergent, babes. Hate to
Yeah.
break it to you. It's absolutely radiating through my bones.
Yeah.
So this man who I know, we're going to call him Mr. Carr. Mr. Carr is in front of me. And I know it's him. But then, they check me in and they're like, oh, what's your name? Rachel Roche. And, he had already started walking. Yeah. And he turned around and goes, oh, Rachel Roche, do you remember me? I'm like, oh, yeah, Mr. Carr. How you doing?
Yeah.
Could have been it.
Very nice interaction.
And I said to Josh, I was like, because obviously he was my 7th and 8th grade teacher. And we're both in the same baby class. So it's like, I'm almost 30. But I'm thinking back and I was like, he could have been like 23, 24.
Yeah.
At that time, Like, yeah, he's a little older, but not like, I don't know, that crazy older. But then he comes back up to us as we're sitting down.
And this is where the shit hit the fan.
I'm gonna put it on him.
You can't.
Because he is just like, yeah, I'm real old, having a baby. And I was like, I was thinking, though. I was like, you're probably pretty young when, like, I had you. He goes, I would just turn 31. And I'm just like, I can't do the math that fast. But I'm like,
no,
okay.
you didn't. But your brain was firing.
My brain was firing, and it said, what way can I connect with you on a personal level right now?
Yeah. And then
it said, well, my dad was 50 when he had me.
Which is relatable.
And
cool.
And he was like, oh, really? I was like, I loved it. I was like, when we were reading about the civil rights movement, he was right there. Which is just like, enough. Enough is enough. And Josh, I can see, is just like, shut up, babe. Just stop talking.
Oh,
and then I just
gosh.
keep going. It's just like the word vomit just starts coming out. And I was like, and I just loved having an older dad. I mean, now it's really sad. And
He's gonna
it's
die
really
soon,
stressful
basically.
now because I'm taking care of him. But, wouldn't change it.
Yeah. It was bizarre. I could not believe what I was seeing. Live action autism was what I was seeing. I was like, holy shit. You are for real neurodivergent. And this is the whole class could hear this whole conversation.
Okay.
And it was wildly
And here's the thing, and here's the thing that I know. I probably wouldn't have felt how awkward that was. I wouldn't have registered it if there weren't witnesses.
Right.
Because I was just telling the truth. Hey, man, you're having a baby? You're 45 years old? Pros and cons, babe. Pros and
here's
cons.
a couple cons. And also a weird fact about my dad and the civil rights movement.
My dad was like 20 during the civil rights movement. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. But it was, the CPR class overall was pretty cool.
We did learn CPR for adults too. So
yeah,
if either one of us goes down, I was like, can we talk more about the babies though?
Yeah, the babies. Yeah,
like,
I agree. That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Give me the content I'm here for.
Yeah, exactly. But I gave my constructive criticism to the team at the end, and here we are.
Yeah.
But
and I'll tell you what, if I'm ever in a school-esque setting, I'm goofing off. I'm goofing.
Nothing gives me the ick more.
Oh, I'm goofing. I'm making jokes.
Setting.
I'm trying to make people laugh. Everybody's dead silent when I'm doing this too. I must have lost my fastball since my high school days, but
or you're just not in a class with other people who think you're funny.
Yeah. Whatever the case.
The one guy, you know the guy. One guy thought you were real funny.
The one right next to me.
Yeah,
because he was a bit of jokester too. He was firing jokes off.
But I like to think that he was laughing at my reactions to you.
Yeah. Well, he definitely laughed at you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, we can't all know the right thing to say at the right time, the right place, and be everything all at once.
Yeah.
Some of us are just too awkward.
Yeah. It was like watching two trains on the same track slowly barreling down on each other. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing.
I know. I filled my mom in at Sam's Club. She just laughed.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
But then she's also like, it probably wasn't that bad. I'm like, you've grown up with me. You know. You already know, girl.
Yeah. And that was the same day that my my wonderful 30th birthday party was.
Surprise.
And I was doing a 24-hour fast, or at least trying to.
That detail.
And
Josh just woke up in the morning and was like,
I hadn't ate for 12 hours. I'm going to do another 12.
It's like he woke up, he got on TikTok, he saw one TikTok about the benefits of a 36-hour fast, and he said, I'm going to do that. And I tried every trick in the book, kids. I tried peer pressure. I tried, why don't you do it during a work day?
She said, why don't you get a pretzel at Sam's Club?
And I even hit him with, this is triggering for me.
To which I just kept it going.
You did you.
Hey, I'm sorry you're feeling that way, but I got to do me, girl. This is a journey I'm on.
I got to do me. I got to starve my body.
Yeah.
And
so it's about 4:30 and I'm on hour 20, 22 of starving myself, which I will do again, by the way. I'm like, babe, I really want this salad so bad.
He's
from this one restaurant. I love this salad that they
Winking
make.
Lizard.
It's a buffalo chicken salad. It's the best salad. And I have it in my cart. I've got a couple other bibs and bobs, some apps. I'm like, this is going to be a sick night. I don't have any plans. I'm going to get my favorite salad. I'm going to hang out with my favorite wife and just chill. And Rachel has to do an emergency audible and get my buddy over here who's going to take me to the casino for the surprise 30th.
I was like, hey, Garrett, sooner rather than later, bud, because Josh is absolutely throwing things in the cart, and I'm telling him, like, I'm not hungry yet. Like, I don't want to eat this. Like, I'm trying everything. And then he came, and you were just like, you're so confused. You're so surprised. I was very confused.
But I didn't get to eat until about 7 o'clock at night, so it was a full 24-hour
But I
fast.
did pack you some Belvitas.
Yeah, which are fire. I love them.
I did. Those are very good.
Yeah.
But then you overate.
Yeah, I overate and ruined my night. So,
but that's all right. Yeah. I mean, everybody had a great night.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was overeating ruined my 21st birthday. Like, we went out to Mexican. I stuffed my face, and we were supposed to go to the bars after. I was also in my church girl phase, so it wasn't getting crazy. But I literally could not eat or put anything more in my body. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Went to bed by 10 p.m.,
You're stuffed on the body of Christ.
Hell yeah. On the bread of Christ, body of Christ.
Amen.
Broken for me. And for you. Don't forget. But thank you guys for always showing up with the cues and filling up the queue. I can't stress enough how much we appreciate that. I want to start off strong, Josh.
Yeah.
with a question from our girl, M. Wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Dairy Queen, Friendlies, Rockneys.
Well, I'm killing Friendlies.
Yeah, Friendlies was a weird choice to put in there. I don't know if you just wanted us to battle it out between Dairy Queen and Rockneys. But...
Yeah. I'm fucking Dairy Queen and marrying Rockneys.
That was the only choice. That was the only right choice.
For that, yeah. Rockneys, I don't know what about. It's like dim lit. It's just cozy.
It's a little grungy.
It's cozy, I think.
Like, I know for a fact. So Rockneys is kind of just like our local, like, very small chain in Northeast Ohio. Like, there's probably like 6 Rockneys.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot. But it's a staple for those of us that have grown up here. And I know, like, a lot of my friends worked there in high school. I know it's gross. Like, I know it's microwaved. I know. I don't care.
No, I have no qualms with Rockneys.
I will have no qualms with Rockneys.
No. They're always friendly, good service. And Dairy Queen, that's a quick hitter.
We went there
I'm busting
the other
a
night.
nut and I'm getting out.
There you are.
Yeah.
So great. Let's see. Who sleeps closest to the door? Another Morgan question.
Yeah, I'm scared of the door at night, so Rachel does. I try to sleep as far away from the door as I can.
I didn't know that. I just have to pee 5 times a night.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
What do you mean you're scared of the door?
Well, just in case, like, intruders. Like...
So you want them to come for me first? Are you for real?
I'm afraid of the door, yeah.
So you want me and Elsie closest to the door?
Yes.
And then what?
And then, well, my plan was originally, before I feel guilty about it, I was getting out of the window. But I was going to help you first, too. Also.
Your life would be meaningless without us.
I know.
And so you're telling me an intruder comes
But we can't keep weapons in the house because we're both so sometimes sad a lot.
I know.
So
we're both sometimes sad a lot, yeah. We're not keeping a gun in the house, okay? No. It's not on the table.
But yeah, Rachel sleeps close to the door because she has to pee a lot.
Yeah, I pee constantly. I've always just been very well hydrated, and even especially since being pregnant, it's 3 to 5 times a night every single night. This is a question that I almost got into with Meredith, but just didn't. It was like I asked her a question and then we just kept rolling. But is sex while pregnant scary? A little sex while pregnant talk. Who else to talk to it with than with my partner?
Yep.
My sexual partner.
Done it maybe 4 times. And it's not
That's
great.
really sad to think about if it's only been 4 times.
It's not great. It's not ideal.
And I will say, it is different for everyone.
Yes.
I have what I call sandpaper puss.
And there's some type of webbing down there that wasn't there before. You've got some type of Spider-Man webbing that I'm bumping into. I know. Listen, I've been inside you a handful of times, and I know what it feels like mostly when you're not pregnant, and it doesn't... Whatever you have going on down there's something.
Webbing?
I don't know if it's like a cervix, placenta, the baby. There's
it's
something
not the
in
placenta.
there.
I'll tell you that for free, babe.
I don't know girls like that, but I know there's something there.
Yeah. Okay. So sex just affects everyone. I think just like that area differently. Like there's a lot more blood flow. I don't know. That's why they say like people want to have more sex when they're pregnant because there's like more blood flow going there. But it just hurts me. Like it has nothing to do with like sexual drive. I just know that like it's not going to feel great.
No, and we've tried everything.
We really, and I mean, we try to give it the old college try every month.
Yeah, like we'll get a look in each other's eyes, and
it's like, yeah. I think the last time I was like, I can give you 5 minutes of doggy style, take it or leave it.
And it was 30 seconds of doggy style, and she's like, I can't do this.
We hit the webbing.
Yeah.
We hit the webbing, and then we had to try to maneuver around it.
Yeah, we flipped it and reversed it.
Yeah. So the answer is, it's scary for me, but that does not mean it will be scary for you. I've never been scared about like the baby or anything like that. Josh is more scary.
It's a common misconception for any male listeners. You're not hitting the baby with your wiener.
You're not. Yeah. Your wiener would have to be bigger than...
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm not that big, but I'm like right there.
Right on the cusp of my cervix. Yeah. But I will say Josh has more anxiety about the baby stuff than I do, because if you didn't know, the reason why they tell you to have sex before, like when you're like wanting to get into labor, is because semen will help soften your cervix. Josh will still pull out, which I'm like, we're doing this for what?
Yeah.
We're doing this for what?
Never really was a big pull-outer, obviously.
But
now...
I was meaning to ask our doula if we could use your semen more of as like a salve. Like,
yeah, we won't be doing that. But you just keep eating your fucking 6 dates a day, and we'll be fine. How about? You're not going to be utilizing my semen like some type of medical salve.
Hey, could it work? Or does it need to be fresh? Does it need to be straight from the tap? I don't know.
Pass.
Put little semen popsicles in the freezer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pass. Absolutely not.
Hey. So a lot of people ask questions about like being married, and also we're gonna be parents. So it's like it's hard to. Some people forget we got married, and we are now married. So some people wanted marriage advice. Some people wanted to know about our plans for the baby.
Okay, yeah, and my hope for this episode is that all the episodes I'm on with you is that Elsie will eventually one day be able to listen back to them, and be happy about them. I was thinking back about that on the way home from work, but
I know.
Hopefully, as long as like society and the internet's still around in like 12 or 13 years,
which we can't be sure.
No, that's why I have a doomsday shelter downstairs.
Yeah.
So
we didn't even get on a tangent about climate change.
No,
It was
we
60
can't. And
degrees today.
You want to talk about anxiety? Go outside in the middle of January in Northeast Ohio, and it's 60 fucking degrees.
He gets
That's
a look about
anxiety.
him. You really don't
I
like
say
that.
something's not right here.
You do.
I don't know what's going on, but I say something's not right. We're in for it.
And this is my question, and I've told this to you. It's my big brain idea. I don't know who needs to get a hold of it. But why can't we just refreeze the ice capsules, the ice things?
Babe, we make ice cubes every day. We make ice cubes every fucking day.
I've seen Incredibles.
Yes.
There's that guy, Frozone.
Well,
get him involved.
Yeah. Well, that's a cartoon, but I like where your head's at for sure.
I'm just saying, I believe the science would be there.
Yeah.
And so that's my big plan. Yeah, I don't know who I need to bring it to. We barely
use our ice cubes. Do we need to dump them out and
right?
Just put them in the yard?
I just feel like we could point a laser at the icebergs.
I think lasers are hot. When you say laser, I think hot.
Well,
so an ice laser.
Ice laser. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
So that's what I would like to see in our future.
Okay. Well, maybe Elsie can build that.
Maybe she can.
She'll be smart. I'm smart. You're smart. But I grew up poor, and you grew up as a second child.
I did.
To an overachieving older sister.
I don't know what that has to do with my affluence, but you're not wrong. Okay. But, oh yeah. So, anyway, in the marriage department, what is one piece of advice for a newly married couples? This girl's getting married next week. Don't
go to bed mad at your spouse.
You already know we hate that one.
No, a piece of advice for a newly married couple.
Yeah, what's your favorite marriage advice thus far?
Just treat your marriage as a friendship, I think.
Yeah.
First and foremost. I think that's what we do. And it works out really well, I think.
I do too.
We kiss and we also we'll dap up and we're genuinely pals.
We are.
Which is cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you would say.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I think I could just piggyback off that because I do think when you're marrying someone who you've had a good friendship with, bottom line, even when we're only having sex 4 times in 8 months.
I've got friends I've never had sex with.
True.
In fact, most of them.
But when the romance part of your relationship might be struggling, it is nice that we have our friendship to fall back on and that we just have fun. I get emotional about that. Just that our daughter will get to see us genuinely best friends.
Yeah, and I've growing up and going to a bunch of different schools and being in a bunch of different environments, I've seen a couple different instances where I saw being over at a friend's house and just 2 parents being really cool with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I didn't have that back at my house.
No.
There was usually plates of spaghetti flying and whatever, what other flavor of domestic abuse was going on that night.
The flavor of the night.
But yeah, it was just cool to see. And I can't pinpoint one family or another, but I remember seeing it a couple times growing up and being holy shit, I
think Garrett's grandparents were big for you.
Yes. Garrett's grandparents, we love those 2. I love those 2 people.
Yeah. That was big. I think it's always nice to have those examples, and it's nice to feel like we will be one of those examples. Not to put that pressure on.
A last couple on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just the hottest couple on the dance floor.
Yes.
The couple that's into each other the most on the dance floor.
Yeah. Couple that makes other couples why don't you hold me like that? Exactly.
We're the couple everybody likes. I'm not mad about it. How are each of you nesting?
Now I saw you sent me the questions before. I saw this question. I don't know what nesting means, but
so nesting is something that traditionally pregnant women or people do, getting ready for the baby.
Yeah.
People will start, organizing baby clothes, getting things put together. Josh has gone and he's like, let's fix the foundation of our house now.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
let's drop 30 racks. By the way, it's insane.
It's insane to try to fix the foundation of your house. Like, our house is not getting, spoiler, it's not, we're not going to fix it that much. But so he's thinking real big, and almost like, how is this relevant? Like he said, I want to wash all the baseboards. Like,
I haven't even thought about these things.
I
just want to, if I could just, and I've thought about this, if I could just somehow, some way pull all of the dog hair out of our house and not miss a strand and just like get it out, that would be my ideal way to nest. Just completely just eliminate all the dog hair. But
yeah, we've tried to not sleep with our dogs for one night.
I mean, it lasted an hour and a half.
It did, yeah.
We both fell asleep and Cora started whining and
crying and barking, going crazy.
So that's not going to happen.
No, so let's just say if you get a dog, don't put it in your bed if you're not going to want it in your bed forever. And that...
Yeah, because it's rude to move them out now.
Yeah, it's rude. Barley's been a bed dog...
Her whole life. She's a pampered princess.
And she's the queen bean. But she also would be the one that would... She would sleep upstairs. She wouldn't be happy about it, but
we just got to play a little... Like a 600 hertz noise.
Yeah.
A little loud beep and she'll move.
And she'll run upstairs as far away as she can get from the beep. She'll get spooked. This is another householdy question, but it's for me. It says, Rach, do you ever feel bad that everything isn't 50-50 split financially? Like, you make more money than me. She's coming from a feminist that's struggling with the equity split instead of equality in relations. And I think... there are things that, like, I put my foot down on, like, with this whole car situation. Like, I finally got the payout for insurance and I need to buy a car. But the interest rates are so high right now. Like, it doesn't matter how much I put down. It doesn't matter. My car payment is still going to be at least $100 or $120 more a month. And so that just, like, sucks. Like, it just sucks. And, you know, Josh will be like, babe, we'll take care of it. Like, I'll take care of it. Like, I'll help you. And I'm like, no. Like, there are certain things that, like, I want to feel like my responsibility, my bill, my property or whatever. But overall, as we're approaching, like, next year, like, we've obviously had, like, 9 months to, like, get used to the fact that, like, once we calculated how much childcare would cost... Because I was thinking, like, okay, if I take, like, genuinely, if I were to shoot as many weddings as I did, like, last year, I would not be able to. Like, I work from, 9 to 3, 4 p.m., like, straight during the weekdays on films, editing photos, answering emails. And if I have to do that less, like, I'm not going to be able to do that with a newborn in the house. So when we calculated childcare costs, even part-time, and it was like $19,000, I was like, we're just going to have me make $19,000 less, which means I'm going to take on less. But that doesn't mean that I'm offering less. But I have seen, like, other dynamics of even, like, if you have, if you and your partner don't make as much money, if you're a social worker and they're an investment banker, I think what's important is that you're contributing equally, like, you're contributing an equal burden. Like, if you live, in your apartment is $3,000, you need to contribute an equal burden to that. So, like, if you only make $28,000 a year, I don't think it makes sense for you to pay 50% of that. If you guys are agreeing to, like, contribute and build a home together, you just have to have that conversation about, like, what's fair, what do you make, what versus what do I make? And, like, I know it's kind of hard to see things that way, but I think that's what makes more sense than just being like, one of you is completely broke because they're spending all their money on living and you can't save up for trips or you can't save up for anything else.
Yeah.
But how have you felt with taking on more of the financial responsibility?
I love it. Because I can hold it over your head anytime I want something.
That's healthy.
No, I think if you are the breadwinner, and I say that in air quotes, you shouldn't feel like your partner isn't doing as much because they're not bringing money to the table like you are. Because I'm sure in other capacities they're expending themselves.
Right.
Like you've been making dinners a lot. You're growing a human. There's other things that you're doing
Right.
that I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing laundry, but that's besides the point. We'll
Hey.
never ever be good at that.
We won't. We've been getting better at certain things.
It's just a balance, truly.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you were just like sitting at and this is how everybody's gonna feel. If you're just sitting at home on TikTok or scrolling all day, and somebody else is like providing and they're coming home and they're cooking, and I know this is probably not the best thing to say, but like eventually the human aspect of you would be like, well, this fucking sucks. I'm doing everything, and
Yeah.
this person I'm living with is just like not helping at all.
Yeah. But there'll never be a reality where like Josh doesn't help out with like housework or like that's.
And I'll never be like, I
of...
pay the money, so you have to do all the housework.
No, but I think that also comes with like, we both know housework sucks.
Yeah.
And
so we just let it get as bad as it can, and then panic about it one day and just
we've
clean
been
the
doing
whole
better
house.
about the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think we just have to get in like good habits with certain parts of the room. But that's the thing. Like Josh and I we both struggle with household tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously like when I'm home with a child, like I think certain things will just happen. But I mean,
we're hoping.
The answer to your question is it was a bit for me to get my brain wrapped around, but I always knew that like I wanted to be a photographer and be self-employed because part of me always, thought if I was going to be a parent, I'd want to play an active role, a more active role in being able to stay home. And after looking at the cost of childcare, it seems like the right decision.
And also the child sickness is on the rise. It's insane right now.
That is what's really
babies
crazy.
Are sick every other week if they're going to daycare.
Yes.
So I'm gonna turn Elsie into a little bubble boy. Protect her from all germs.
I know. It's so scary. How has Elsie coming into our life changed our overall dynamic as a couple?
Our dynamic?
Yeah.
I mean, it changes everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be round the clock having to care for another human being.
Yeah. Like
so,
our energy and
I don't think we're not there yet because you're in like the glowing third trimester, like you're loving life, kind of like, yeah, you can't move and you gotta pee 100 times, but I think this has been your favorite trimester, I want to say, by far. And we also don't have like a loud ass baby to deal with.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel like Josh and I just feel like she's going to be this extension of us.
Yeah, she's going to be a cool chick.
Yeah.
It's going to be like it's going to be me and Rachel combined 50-50, and we get to hang out with this person because I love me, Rachel loves her, and we both love each other. So it's going to be like, what the hell? If it doesn't work, it's going to be a problem. If we're like, this chick, she kind of sucks.
She sucks. Woo, tomatoes.
But I think it'll probably work out for the best, and it'll just be like a cool, like another friend we get to hang out with.
Yeah. And
that doesn't let us sleep and also like poops on us sometimes.
Right. Which we're excited for. Like we're excited to like add to the team and have like someone that we're mutually invested in. Like that'll be a new dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, like when Josh and I think about parents, like we still think about being parents together. Like it's not just like I just think about motherhood or he just thinks about fatherhood. I just think about like us together doing this.
And it'll truly be an equal household when we combine our names and we're Roche Pridemore.
We're the Roche Pridemore household.
Combine our clans or houses.
All right. And so a couple people asked, the general question of like, how do you know you're ready? How do you know you're ready for a baby?
Oh, you never do.
And I don't know why people keep asking me this because I wasn't trying to get pregnant. But I feel ready now. Yeah. Like I mean, there are things you can't prepare for, but I feel ready to do those things. And I feel like the only thing I can say is like, and not everybody has the privilege of having a support system, but like, I feel much more ready because we have each other.
Yeah.
And like, I'm excited for that stage of us.
I think you can buy all the things and like read all the books. But it's just like when push comes to shove and the baby's actually here, that's whenever true like instincts will kick in.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll really be in the middle of it, the thick of it.
Right.
With Elsie.
But if you have, you know, the privilege of choosing who you enter into parenthood with, just really
make sure it's right.
Make sure it's your best friend. Like, make sure it's the person that, you know, you have the most fun with. Because that's the thing. Even when Josh and I, you know, went through like the ectopic pregnancy and everything, like we still laughed every day. Like there was still something we laughed about and something we found joy in. Because like bottom line, like even in the shittiest of circumstances.
And it was shitty.
And it was shitty. But we still find reasons to like experience joy together because it just is so natural. Like it's not hard. I'm not like grasping at straws.
No, yeah.
And I was laid out on this couch, an emotional mess.
Yeah, it was bad.
And then 2 weeks later, I was fine. And then you switched.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, we found out we were pregnant again. And then we were both flat on the couch.
Yes.
What are your biggest fears about raising a child?
I mean, there's a ton. Every fear you can possibly have. Snakes, spiders, the world, war, bad people.
Okay.
There's so many things you need to be afraid of.
If you were to narrow it down?
Yeah, if I were to narrow it down, it'd probably... My biggest fear with raising a child is just not doing it correctly.
Okay.
And I don't think there's really ever a right way to do it. I mean, there is obviously a right way to do it, but there's not, like...
Right.
It's hard to tell while you're doing it, like, live time.
Mm-hmm. Live time.
Yeah. If we're going to circle back and put a pin in it, pull back the curtains on it, it's hard to know. But I'm just afraid of, like... not being her friend and not being like nice with her, and
like you're afraid of
I'm afraid of her like saying I hate you and stomping up to her room. That's my big fear.
So you're afraid of her not liking you?
Yeah.
Where I thought you were going was like the fear of you not enjoying parenthood.
No, I'm gonna like it. I just don't want her not to not like me, because I'm a cool guy.
Well, right, babe, but like. Our job isn't for her to like us.
I know, but it's nice if she does.
Yeah, but sometimes kids are just assholes. Like they're gonna say stuff.
I was one.
I know, but
that's my biggest fear is hearing that she hates me and like stomping up and slamming her door.
That's valid because that is your feeling.
Yeah, thank you.
I think my biggest fear, is just seeing her in pain. I'm not going to like that.
No.
I think it's something you probably get used to. And I do think I'll do well with, like, masking my emotion. Like if she has to get her appendix taken out and she's scared, like, I'm not going to lose it in front of her, you know? But
internally, you're going to be... Yeah.
Well, even, like, the other day, we got like, a baby, like, medicine dispenser, like
you started crying immediately.
I started crying immediately. I was like, she's gonna get sick. She's gonna be sick, and it's gonna be so sad.
Nose.
She's gonna have a stuffy nose. It's gonna be sad.
Plugged up.
She's gonna be this innocent little gremlin.
Yeah. Little poop factory.
Yeah. Cute little poop factory.
Yeah, she will be cute.
What do you think your parenting style is going to be?
She's gonna like me more than you. And I hate to say that, but she will. Me and her, she's got my head in my brain. She's an Aquarius. She's going to like me more than you, and it's just a fact. We're going to team up on you, and I'm sorry about that in advance.
Okay, but also, as my partner, you're going to parent with me.
Yes, I
not
will.
Against me, right?
For sure. I'll parent with you. But if we have to draw a line in this, Sam, sorry, babe. It's me and Elsie.
So would you describe it as...
I'm gonna try not to be like too much of a friend. I just would love to parent from a place of like trust. So
Yes.
she tells us things if she's in trouble or if she's like worried about something. Open communication is going to be huge.
Another thing we both agree on, not that this is like parenting style, like, because the answer is like gentle parenting. The answer is, like aware parenting. Like, we're not gonna be permissive. Like, I know I'm not gonna be that, but I'm not gonna be authoritative either, where it's like, respect me and my rules.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let her experience things.
Because I already know, like with Eric, like when I, watching him and I'm in charge of his care, like if I ask him to do something and he says no, I make it a conversation. I'm like, well, why do you want that then? Like if if the chalk's at my house and he wants to take it to his dad's house, he has to provide an argument. He has to back it up. Like, what's wrong with the chalk at your dad's house? Does your dad not have chalk? Like, Eric and I have to have a conversation about it. And so I want that to be like the foundation of like, my child, any child has their own opinions, thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Mm-hmm. And getting them to a place where they can vocalize that and communicate that is so cool. Like, that's the thing I think is coolest about Eric is he's so opinionated.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I won't always. And sometimes he can be annoying.
Yes.
But it's so cool. Like,
yeah, I agree. I think we'll do good.
And Josh, when he has Eric, will take him to get ice cream and then take him to like the church parking lot and let Eric drive the car.
So that's the kind of parent I'm going to be.
The fun one.
The fun one. But also try to, because you have some great ideas on parenting and you have opened my eyes up to a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
Especially the way you interact with Eric. So there's definitely some things that like make sense on like a deeper, like her growth level.
Yeah.
That'll make her a better person, hopefully in the long run.
Hopefully.
That are harder to do, like exhibiting patience and letting them experience things and like squish food and play with food and throw it and letting them learn. Like that one, I don't know if you've ever seen that video of the guy with like the younger girl and he lets her pour stuff in the cups and she spills.
It's his niece.
It's his niece. And like I think that's kind of like how I wanted like the parent.
Yes. Like nothing's that serious.
No.
And like kids really aren't out to get you. Not that like there won't be moments where we like lose our shit just because we're not well.
Yeah.
But then it's like apologizing to your kid. But something that Josh and I both talked about around language is, and I felt like this with Eric because we've never censored ourselves around Eric. Like Madison doesn't, Eric's dad doesn't. Like, meaning we swear. And this is something I know my mom is going to really struggle with because she doesn't think kids should be saying bad words. But I don't believe that there are any such thing as bad words. So we won't care if our kids swear.
No.
As long as you can't swear at someone.
Don't swear at people.
Yeah.
Unless they're a real motherfucker.
And we'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
But the kid also has to know that if you use a swear word with mommy and daddy, you don't get in trouble. But if you use it at school, consequences are on you.
Yeah.
You're smart enough to know the consequences to your own actions. And we'll try to teach him that. But if my kid falls down and says shit, I'll be like, shit.
Yeah, I'll be like, that does suck.
That does suck. But like, we just can't stand it. Like when there are kids that will get in trouble for swearing, when it's like your parents fucking swear. Yeah. Like, of course you're swearing.
Yeah,
it's the only.
It's bizarre.
It's so bizarre to me. Kids do not have the ability to like be like they say that, but I can't say that.
Also, it's not a leak. Like if swearing was that bad, the government would be like, you can't swear until you turn 18. But it's not. That's not the case.
Right. this is a fun question for me because it's something that I think about. And I'm curious to see what your answers are. Your answer is. Do you all have a vision for how you guys are going to want your labor scenery to be? Like the vibe?
Yeah. Dimly lit, twinkle lights.
Where are we getting the twinkle lights from?
I thought our doula said something about that.
I think she has candles. She has electronic candles.
Okay, so that wasn't a fever dream. Like we got a nice playlist that we've been building.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of like a lighter atmosphere.
Yeah.
Something that I've learned with this pregnancy is you don't just, like, your water doesn't break and you get rushed in and the baby comes out. Like, it's a process.
Yeah.
It could be, you could be in labor for anywhere from 0 to however long.
I don't think 0 is ever an option, but.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
But yeah, people can be in labor for like 40 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, I want it to be an experience that highlights who Josh and I are, which is like we are people that are very into each other, very connected, very bonded, and I want to feel that in labor. I'm hoping that like we lean into each other and I'm able to lean into labor with his support. Like I picture us a lot, like face to face, a lot of physical touch, kissing, support and all just sweet moments.
Yeah. And it's all great stuff, but the most important thing is just getting you and Elsie happy and healthy.
Yeah. And oxytocin plays a big part in that, people.
Yeah.
And so you want to keep happy. So I'm hoping that, when it all happens, I'm able to, use the skills that I've been trying to teach myself and stay calm and lean into the experience, because that is, in the end of the day, that it is an experience. And everybody's experience is different. And some people's experiences are really scary. But
And you might only get to do it once.
Right.
You never know.
You never know. Some people only want to do it
You only got one fallopian tube. So
yeah, I've only got one tube. So yeah, I'm excited for it to happen, and I don't know. But I'm also the type of person that's like I never know how I'm going to be until it's actually happening. But I'm hoping it's like our wedding, where I was kind of thinking, I was like, I might be an anxious mess on the day. Like as soon as, but I never was. I was just like, I was there. I was present. I was honed in. I was zoned in.
Dancing, twerking.
But I can't express enough like how glad I am that I got a doula.
Yeah. She's great.
And she says, she's like, yes, I'm your doula, but I'm also like Josh's coach.
Yeah. Which she very much emphasizes it about having a relationship with the dad as well.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Co-parent. So, yeah, guys. Fun fact, our friend Meredith, who you met last week, who will be on a future episode because we already recorded it, is getting her doula certification. So if you're local to Northeast Ohio and
she's getting a degree in duology.
That's funny. So fun fact, Meredith is my favorite person.
For at least a couple more weeks.
I know. That'll be hard. Meredith will have to get knocked down. Best things Josh has done to support Rach in pregnancy. I think you've never made me feel alone or like this was just a me thing. Like, I, for whatever reason, think sometimes partners or, co-parents, the not pregnant person, struggles with feeling like they don't have a part in this. But like, I've just felt like this is our thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was like, I don't know why you are the way you are, because you weren't, as we've discussed, like you didn't have like the best upbringing for examples like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, why are you a good partner? Like what happened?
Because I've seen bad partnerships.
Yeah.
And I know that's not something that I want.
Yeah.
So every part of me wanted to have a good relationship, and I clearly have manifested that. So.
But you've been in relationships before.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were a good partner?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've always, any relationship I've been in, I've usually been a pretty, I hope at least, decent person.
Good.
To the person I'm in a relationship with. So, yeah.
As I do wonder, I'm like, are you just like going off of what I say and you're just like yes manning me sometimes?
I am. As a 6 and an Aquarius, I do just kind of go with the flow. I do that, but that's also what's kind of cool about me. I could just kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I've also on the flip side seen like, domestic assaults, and I had the cops called to my house. I'm like, holy shit, I don't want this to happen again.
True.
And now I'm making bread and I can have my own house and I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. So it's nice.
What do you hope Elsie someday knows about your life/identities before she's born?
I hope that she knows that I was just a good friend to the people that I knew. And I strive to make people laugh and help people grow now professionally.
Mm-hmm.
That I was just a overall genuinely decent human.
Yeah.
That wasn't a net negative to the earth.
Right.
Right at baseline or a little positive.
All right.
So, what about you?
I don't know. I just feel like this pregnancy has been so weird because, like, other than the first trimester, I don't know if I've ever been happier, like, mood-wise.
It's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Except for the one that you
but even
thought
then,
I was dying.
Yeah, that
and that was
happen.
A full-on child sob.
That'll happen.
Like losing your breath.
Yeah.
Sob.
I just had a thought like a couple weeks ago. I just thought, like, what if Josh dies in a car accident? This was after our car accident also. And, like, I have to give birth alone. And he's not there, and I have to raise this child on my own. And I just... It was
right in
like
the middle.
2 hour
Right
breakdown.
in the middle of a Cavs game.
Yeah. And I said, I need you to come in here.
I was locked in on the Cavs.
And I said, I need you to come in here and hold me because I am crying about a fictional situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I've been so, like, I look in the mirror and I like what I see. I'm so happy to be growing this baby. Like, when I tell you I was so worried about being pregnant and specifically about my emotional well-being. Does it make me even more terrified for postpartum? Yeah, because I so badly don't want it to hit me like a train. I know it will. I know that, like, the sleep deprivation and the pain and all that stuff just sets in. But, like, and I've said that, like, I've loved the journey to getting her here. Like, the journey I took within myself, like, before she was even conceived. But, like, I'm really proud of my growth. I want her to know that, like, I was a person that completely changed her life seemingly overnight because she was unhappy. And it was all in the pursuit of her, which is just, like, this weird feeling of, like,
yeah.
Like, leaving my first marriage, like, all of it has just been a pursuit of, like, bringing her here.
To 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks.
So, I'm just excited. I'm so excited. I don't want to be crazy depressed, but I'm I'm already medicated. We can always up my meds.
Yeah.
Like, we're as prepared as we can be.
And you're dating the 2011 class clown, so you got that in your corner.
You're right. That's my number one depressant. My antidepressant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. What traits, qualities do you hope Elsie inherits or learns from the other person?
What traits or qualities do I hope she inherits from you?
Yeah.
Your nose. Um,
Our noses are both good. They're
we
both
do have good noses. These are physical traits.
or like personality traits. Like,
Okay.
I think Josh has already said
I
that he
hope
wants
she
her to
doesn't
be
get
like
my
him.
bottom, my butt, my frog butt. She'll be
His
doomed
inverted
for life.
ass. His
If she
long,
gets-
his long back, low butt
She
crack,
gets
high butt crack,
if
low
she
back.
gets my long back, that she'll be screwed. Period.
Frog butt.
Yeah. I hope she gets your like tenacity and like love for helping other people and your friends and just like being a good, genuine like friend to people.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she gets like some of your ferocity. Because you can be pretty ferocious at times whenever you're passionate about something, which is good.
Yeah, you didn't. Didn't want to be on the other line of in my car insurance the other day.
Yeah, State Farm, they did know the beast they awoke in. But yeah, I hope like I said it a little bit, but your passion, like you're super passionate about the things that you do. And I just hope she gets that and not my kind of like laid back, like, you know.
I know, but the stars are not on the side. The stars are with the Aquarius. But so I just feel like she'll be really creative. But in the end, it's like,
I hope she can sing.
If
well,
I have
too.
two of you, as long as she's not annoying, like you have these annoying things about you that I could do without.
I thought we were talking about what traits we want them to
I
have.
know, but like mostly I want her to take. I'm completely fine if she's most of you, but if she could do without the like constant need for attention.
That's little brother syndrome.
That the little brother syndrome and just the neglected child syndrome.
Yeah, so she'll be neither of those. So
yeah, so those are just the things that kind of irk me about you because they only come out in the public setting.
I like to have fun in public.
Yeah, you do. You like to be goofing.
I like to mess with the NPCs.
Yeah, you do. Have you heard, this is something I think about every single time I bring in the groceries, is like, you don't think you're in a simulation, but have you ever seen your neighbor bringing in groceries? But I'm always like, I'm bringing in groceries. I wonder if anybody's seeing me do
No,
this.
I have never seen that. That's bizarre.
But can you think of any time you've ever seen your neighbor bringing in groceries?
Absolutely not, no.
I know, it's upsetting.
Yeah. And we're fucking buying groceries constantly.
We are constantly at the store.
Yeah.
We just don't do big enough shops. I plan 5 days ahead at a time, and that is enough for me.
And plus, if we buy a vegetable, sometimes it just sits. Because we don't have a plan for it.
Right. You got to have a plan for everything.
And we don't have a chicken coop yet, so we can't feed them to the chickens.
True. Okay. This will be our last one. Our last question before we close it out.
It's been fun.
What traditions are you excited to start with Elsie? New family traditions.
Ooh, one that automatically sticks out is drive-in movie theater.
You do think about that all the time.
I would love a little camping chair, like a little fold-out camping chair for her.
Uh-huh.
And we all like kind of just sit out of the back of the Mazda.
Uh-huh.
And, watch, whatever's on. Puss in Boots 3 or whatever.
4, 5, 6.
But yeah, the drive-in specifically, the one in Ravenna.
Yep.
Midway. It's old school, it's timeless, it's the best.
And cheap.
And very cheap, yeah.
But you gotta invest in their concessions, people.
Invest in the concessions, but also don't pay for bringing in food. Because if you bring in food or drink, they charge you. But a little pro tip, just bring it in. The people at the front don't give a shit. And you can just kind of like...
But also buy their food. But also buy...
Yes,
buy get your sodies there. Get your little treats there. Get a little popcorn. But if you bring in a sub sandwich on your own accord... That's
fine.
But you just can't rob them of the concession money.
Yeah, that's all they're after is concession money. Just give them the little cash for the concession.
Yeah.
Throw 20 at the concession. That goes a long way.
Yeah. That's something that I'm not as obsessed with the drive-ins as you are, but I'm on board.
Okay, perfect.
100% on board. Will she fall asleep? yeah, could she be cold? Could she whine? What if she hates it? We won't think about that.
Yeah, don't rain on my parade, please. This is a perfect summer night in my eyes. No bugs. Maybe she makes a little friend.
No bugs?
Yeah.
So this is a delusion.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
She's making a friend. They're going up towards
all the kids like all run around like before it gets
they
like
go
dark,
up to the little
dark.
grass area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do whatever little girls do. I don't know. Fart around.
I think I am excited. I want us to be like a vacation household. Like I want us to take trips and have like real cool experiences together. That's something that I didn't do like with my family. Like we didn't like consistently like every 2 years like go on a trip or like have an experience like that. And so I just would like to do that. It's not
you want to be a Myrtle Beach gal.
I was just about to say I don't want to be a Myrtle Beach family.
You want to be a Hilton Head gal.
No. But like, go to Yellowstone, go to
Hocking Hills.
Yeah, just show our kid the world. Italy, fuck
Michigan's
around.
beautiful.
Italy, Michigan, the big hitters.
The drive-in. Italy, Michigan, the drive-in.
There it is. That's what we want. But that's what I'm excited for. But when I talk about this, do you ever think it's weird? It's like you do all this prepping and this dreaming and this thinking about your first child. And like, what if we have other children? They're just going to be like, Elsie got all this. Elsie got the podcast episodes. Yeah. She got the journals.
Yes.
So any future children we might parent and bring into this world. We love you. It's just the same.
Yeah. Baby Optimus. Can't wait.
We'll never have a child named Optimus. And now because his name will be Optimus Roche.
Yeah, right. But I'm also going to change. I think I'm going to change my middle name, just as a side tangent. Whenever we do change our names, I'm going to change my middle name, so.
Josh thinks he's going to change his middle name to Optimus.
Yeah.
Joshua Optimus Roche Pridemore.
You can do whatever you want in this world. Nobody's going to stop you.
I know.
All you have to do is take out a damn ad in the paper, which is insane, by the way.
I know.
You have to publicly tell everybody through the fucking newspaper.
I know that we did a quick Google on that, and it's very bizarre.
It's bizarre. And I was telling my boss the other day, and he Googled it right in front of me. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. Like, what the fuck?"
I know.
Like, yeah, I know. It's insane.
Some old timey business.
Yeah, it's just one of those laws that just like
they don't change.
It's like fighting in hockey. Like it just doesn't change.
Fighting in hockey.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, again, your cooperation and your enthusiasm is always appreciated.
You're welcome.
I love you. I'm stoked to have this baby with you.
We can't wait to meet Chelsea.
We can't wait to meet her. So I'm gonna ask. Okay, this is a question that we should answer. If we will be showing our baby on social media. The answer is, yeah, but not obsessively.
Yeah.
Like I think I'll show her.
I think we'll start with like maybe toes or fingers, and then work our way into face.
You'll probably get a side profile pic. I mean, I'm a photographer.
I don't want to give you the full kit and caboodle right off the rip.
I'm fine with newborn.
I'll put it behind a paywall if I have to, if people are interested.
Oh my God. No, I'm fine with like newborn stuff, but I think it's like when your content is revolving around your children and revolving around like their cooperation or like their stuff is when it gets cringy to me. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I need some likes on Instagram. Let's put a picture of Elsie up and see how many likes I can get. You know? Like, that's when I think it's like you're doing it for the wrong reasons, because it's like her life, and I obviously want to respect that. But it's a very weird topic of conversation that people are going through now. But I don't see myself unless, like, I'm not that big of a creator, so
we'll be fine.
Yeah,
we'll post her.
Yeah, we'll post her, just not like won't be doing like weekly updates or anything. I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to keep it
But you'll
calm.
see her. The people will see her.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be obsessed with her.
Yeah.
We don't want a couple likes off rip.
Yeah, of course.
Little post labor likes.
The most likes you ever get are when you get married announcing a baby and the pictures of the baby. That's when you're peaking for likes.
Yeah. I think our gender reveal got the most.
Gender reveal, yeah. Everybody will give you a double tap for any major life milestone.
Yeah. So, the answer is yes. Follow my personal Instagram if you want to see a baby picture in approximately 3 weeks.
And follow mine, too.
But you're private.
Yeah. It's a secluded club. It's a cool club.
So it's a secluded club, but you accept everyone?
No, it's cool kids only. I do it based on their profile picture, so you better come correct or you're not getting in.
Great.
Welcome to club, your friend Joshua.
At your friend Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. We love you. Jess, we miss you. We hope to see you back soon. Jess wants to be back soon, but we shall see. We shall see. And all we're asking for is patience and grace. And
yeah, things are about to get crazy, so.
Things are about to get crazy around here. So happy to be going crazy with you, kid.
Amen.
All right, Josh, this has been For Better and Worse Podcast. I'm Rach.
And I'm Josh.
And we're out of here.